Mightyena was always a favorite of mine, and I would often find myself using it in my playthroughs. Unfortunately, it was pretty bad. In Elite Redux, it had been given new abilities to make it better, but it was still missing something. Trevenant is also a cool Pokemon, but the Grass Ghost is also just not good, especially for how late you get it in some games. It also felt like it just needed more. This is also a case for another Gen 6 Grass Ghost type, being Gourgeist. I only remember it for its size gimmick rather than its actual battling ability. Well, all three of these Pokemon are under 500 base stat total, so to fix them, why not give them all brand new evolutions? That's exactly what they received in the new 2.5 update. Let's see what they can do and if they're finally fixed. Mightyena is an early route dark type, and obviously expectations aren't too high. 110 in attack is decent, and 105 in speed is solid for the early game. They gave it Opportunist as a choice ability, which will give all moves priority against Pokemon below half health, so it can be really good as a revenge killer. Stakeout is an innate it gets to punish Pokemon switching in to save another by doubling the power of its moves. Intimidate can also be used to give it a better chance with its low defenses. Mightyena was a solid Pokemon, but after its severe move pool nerf in 2.5, which took away all of its good moves, it needed to be upgraded. Skullburst is the new evolution of Mightyena. Now a dark ghost type, which is just a straight upgrade as it drops 2 weaknesses and gains 2 immunities. Skullburst now has 135 in attack, which is really good and can certainly leave a mark. 115 in speed is a good speed tier to be in. 100 in HP and 90 in defenses isn't amazing, but with only 1 weakness, it's still hard to remove. Of course, all of its abilities have been upgraded as well, making it an even greater threat. One of the most powerful abilities you'll notice right away is the amazing multi-headed ability. Multi-headed will make every move hit once for every head it has. The 2 skulls on its shoulder? Yeah, they're not there for decoration. Skullburst will have all of its moves hit 3 times. While the second and third hit aren't as powerful, they still do good damage and break through focus sashed Pokemon. Give this Pokemon a choice band and max attack, and watch how many Pokemon get obliterated by its stab sucker punch. Unless you just outspeed, then you can just use some of its stronger moves. Specifically its biting moves, because it also gets the strong jaw ability, increasing their power by 50%. Stab moves like Crunch or Shadow Fangs, or the brand new Rip and Tear, which is 110 base power and has a 50% chance to cause bleed. It also has Psychic Fangs and Lovely Bite as coverage biting moves as well. Moxie is one of its best choice abilities, so its attack will be raised by 1 for each knockout. Once it gets going, it's very hard to stop, especially if you can't outspeed it. The ability Guard Dog will keep it from being switched out, so if you're hoping they can get rid of its Moxie boosts, that won't work. Guard Dog not only blocks the effects of Intimidate, but it will actually invert them into an attack boost. So if you thought it would help, it actually just cooks your team more. Since it has 3 immunities, it's not uncommon to face a Pokemon that can't touch it at all. With the ability Shadow Tag, this is extremely dangerous because they won't be able to switch out, letting Skullburst boost up with Agility and Howl until the game's over. Fully investing in attack makes it very dangerous, and the ability Stagnant Rush will give its dark type moves +1 priority at full health, letting it stop Pokemon faster than it or for getting a jump on Pokemon about to use priority. Skullburst is a really good upgrade and can be an amazing tool for any team. Gourgeist was never a Pokemon you were supposed to take to the Elite Four. Its stats just aren't good, especially for a fully evolved Pokemon. 122 in defense is nice, but low HP and only a 90 in special attack isn't really going to do much. Sure, on a Fog team it can be nice since Flare Boost will activate without a Flame Orb and give it more special attack, or on a Sun team because of its ability Harvest, letting it keep getting solid recovery. If it's not on either of those though, it's really just a support Pokemon with Pickup and with Frisk. The brand new evolution Fanfernal changes all of this completely. Fanfernal is technically not a ghost type anymore, but a fire grass type. I say technically because it actually has 3 types, but ghost is only added due to the ability Phantom. Its stats are kinda nuts. 142 in defense is just amazing and makes it very difficult to get through, especially with physical moves. 85 is decent on the special side. It can actually hit back as well with 135 in special attack. 60 in speed is really its only weak spot, but this can be remedied easily. One of Fanfernal's choice abilities is Speed Boost, letting it get a +1 in speed after each turn. This can easily be achieved by a simple Protect, or after it survives a hit because of its great bulk. Either way, after about 1 or 2 turns, its speed is no longer an issue and is a major concern for the opposition. A Nasty Plot gives it a +2 in special attack and a boost in speed in just one turn, which nobody wants to see. After that, powerful stab moves like Magma Storm, Overheat, Leaf Storm, and Requiem can be used to destroy opponents. If you accidentally hit Fanfernal with a fire move, Flash Fire will block it and boost its own fire moves by 50%. If you're less concerned about being a sweeper and want to focus on how tanky it is, you can choose the ability Scare so it lowers special attack on entry. Special attacks are pretty much the only way of getting through this Pokemon quickly. With recovery options like Leech Seed and Giga Drain, beating Fanfernal 1v1 is very difficult. Soul Eater is also a really strong ability for recovery, as each knockout gets it 1/4 of its HP restored, which can be really frustrating to see. Although it's not a physical attacker, running the move Astonish can be really great paired with its Monster Mash ability. Monster Mash will cast Trick or Treat on entry, adding the Ghost type to the opponent. Since Astonish is now a ghost form of Fake Out, this is a great way to do damage and get a free turn for speed boost. This also makes it a greater partner in doubles. Fanfernal is a great Pokemon overall, and it's a huge win for Gourgeist fans. Trevenant is a Pokemon that gets outclassed rather quickly. Without a single stat above 100, it just won't be getting the job done. Although it's not completely useless. It's one of a few Pokemon with low visibility, which is like Drought or Snow Warning, but for fog, so that's really nice. It's also a Pokemon with Grassy Surge, so teams that rely on grassy terrain being set up like having Trevenant around. Other than that, it really needed its new evolution, Dreadwood. Dreadwood retains the Grass Ghost typing, but now has much better stats to become relevant. 130 in attack will be enough to get the job done, and having over 100 in HP and in defense makes it a Pokemon with good bulk. While it's much better than Trevenant, it still needs to have solid abilities to make it better. Tough Claws is a great way to strengthen its contact moves by giving them a 30% boost. The new move Phantom Glove, which has a 30% chance to lower speed, is a good move to run, as well as Horn Leech, Psycho Cut, and even Berry Smash. It's a little slow, so priority moves are ideal, and with its higher rank ability, these moves will get a 20% increase in power. What's really unfortunate, however, is that it doesn't get the move Astonish for some reason. It also wasn't given Sucker Punch. I mean, I guess they didn't want it too broken as it has Monster Mash like Fanfernal, but why is balance suddenly important? Shadow Sneak is the only move it has other than Grassy Glide, which requires grassy terrain. It gets Grassy Surge, but it has to be chosen over higher priority. Basically just a huge miss all around. It does get the ability Raw Wood as an innate though, boosting all grass moves by 20% anyway. Vengeful Spirit combines two abilities at once, Vengeance and Haunted Spirit. Vengeance will boost its ghost moves by 20%, 50% when at 1/3 HP. Pretty scary, especially after Monster Mash makes you a ghost type. Haunted Spirit will put a curse on the Pokemon that takes it out. Great for removing a Pokemon you're having difficulty with. Dreadwood is a nice upgrade from Trevenant and is certainly usable. Not having Astonish anymore does hold it back though. These are just 3 of the weaker Pokemon that have received new evolutions in this game. Let me know what you think of them and which ones you'd want to see me cover next. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed. Shout out to our great members, and if you want to become a member, just hit the join button down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.